It's your girl, Reality TV, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all the things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure you to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. Our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it. We here on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast, 101 Primetime. Now let's jump right into it. From 1995 to present day, he's been laying down a foundation in the rap game unlike any other. I want to welcome you to Primetime Pod, the one and only Twisted Black.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, right out the gate, let's get into it. Twisted Black and Bun B. Give us the rundown on the new drop, Circles, and how did that collaboration come about?
Man, Bun has always been in my corner since I met him back in, I want to say, 97, 98. And so I told him, I was on my way home. I said, one thing about me is I don't want your money. I said, but I need your help. And he said, anything that you need, just get at me and, hey, let's do one. And he got right at it, and we got right to it. So we made Circles. I went to Houston, shot the video at Trillburger. He came to Fort Worth. We shot some scenes out here. Yeah. That's our relationship.
Okay. Well, let's talk about life after death, the trauma you may experience, and the mental health battles that you face after being shot.
Um, to be honest, for me, being shot was so long ago, right? But I think that you may have, I can't speak for everybody else, but just a tinge of little PTSD, when I'm in crowds. I don't really do crowds a lot. I mean, I do, with what I do for a living, but in my personal, I prefer to be secluded somewhere. So.
Okay, so what was the very first thing you did when you got released from prison? Like, what's the first thing you did? Be honest too.
Yeah.
You have to get that out your system.
I did.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't. It's not a such thing as the visits for it where you was at, right?
No.
The special visits.
No special.
Let me ask you something though.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I see a lot of women losing their jobs behind maybe sleeping with prisoners,
right?
Getting pregnant, all type of stuff. I actually saw a case where a lady was like breaking her man out of prison, but she met him. She was like a nurse. They made a movie about it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know what I'm talking about, huh?
It's a couple of them. Yeah.
So is it a lot of that going on?
It happens, I see you led with the woman losing their job, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes the opposites attract, and it can happen. So it does happen.
Okay, so what adjustments did Twisted Black make when it comes to making money in the music industry in the era of streaming?
I took a lot of game from Aldi 300 and Boss himself, and just continue to put things up. Now, even my behind the scenes, I put them up. Even if I just do a Instagram, promo, I put that up because all of that generates money. So even if it's $40 and I got up a plethora of stuff, then you can see something. I get paid between the 15th and the 17th every month off just streaming, but streaming is not the bulk of my income, but it is a stream of income.
Okay. Speaking of Aldi, I heard that y'all have something cooking up.
You know what? Aldi is gonna make sure you cook up something, and then I'll go on record and say that me and Aldi is always gonna have something cooking up because we locked in.
He is a workaholic,
man,
for sure.
He's gonna go.
He got his hands in a lot of things.
He's gonna
go. Okay, so what's coming down the pipeline for Twisted Black? What do you really have up your sleeve?
Well, all my cards on the table. I got an album coming out, about to drop with Gunna Meezy. It's called Snowfall. I'm introducing Pooh, the MF and Great, to the world. First female is scarred for life, and she's tough. I'm not just saying that because she's with me. And I think she's gonna take the industry by storm. and I'm also shooting my movie, Hustle or Go Broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little something about that?
Of course. Yeah. It's a. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's
No,
a
you're fine.
8 episode, 30-minute episode. Hustle or Go Broke Fort Worth, telling the story of how I come up, from the streets and how Fort Worth kind of get out and move. Being on tour with Bun B and UGK and Cash Money and Young Jeezy, just being on the chitlin circuit and to coming up and being in prison and getting money out the streets and surviving prison and coming home and back at it.
With you being an OG, doing this for a long time, even though you went away for a while, what advice would you give the young men that's that are rappers now or are trying to be? Because seeing a lot of them dying, seeing a lot of them going to jail and all this, what kind of advice would you give them to be a better person, period? Not just a rapper, but just be a better person.
Well, basically, I'm gonna break that down to 2 questions. One, if it's about the business part, you got to pick a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're from the streets or whatever, you're not gonna be able to do both. You're gonna be the straddle that fence. And as far as the better person stuff is, just don't do to somebody what you don't want them to do to you.
Right.
That's all I can say. I can't preach. My heart is black sometimes. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
I'm fucked up. Okay, so, but if you want to be a better person, then, and I try to do that. Because people can say a lot of things about me. One thing you ain't going to say is I'm not fair. I'm fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they can, just try to not put out what you don't want to come back.
Okay, but before we get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self.
It could be good or bad.
No, man, listen, that's a great question. I heard it before. I would tell my younger self, don't let anybody don't let anybody deviate you from betting on you. Because that's where I fucked up. I fucked up that's how I went to jail, see. And no offense to the person I was signing, I was trying to mess with a younger artist because I was still a little bit older. And I was like, yeah, maybe I better start pouring into him. And he ended up catching a Fed case, which got me in the Fed case and fucked it all up. And I would tell me, hey, you got it. Double down on you, nigga, and get it, Because I would have had it, yeah.
I love that. So let all the people know where they can find you at, and whatever you want to put out there to the world. Okay. Let them know.
Yeah, hey, this is Twisted Black. I'm not gonna say your boy Twisted Black. Twisted Black ain't no boy. This is Twisted Black. You can follow on The Twisted Black on all platforms. We got some of the best entertainment coming out of Texas. We got some of the best artists. We're doing movies. We're making alliances all over the world. And before I go, I'm gonna put you on blast.
Put me on blast.
I wanna wear your jacket. She got a bad motherfucker. You got zippers, gold buttons.
Y'all not gonna see me, so don't worry about it.
Popping that motherfucker one time. I wanna wear your jacket.
Michael Jackson bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay, you've been locked into another great episode of Primetime Pod. Major salute to our guest, Twisted Black, and thank you for your time. And we look forward to hearing more great music and movies.
Yep.
This is your girl, Reality TV, and remember to like, share, subscribe to our network, Primetime Pod.
Yep. Good job.